Hi all, Paul here. We're here today to talk about the PT455 and the mechanical setup of the instrument. From the ground up, this guy's been designed to replace the Marathon DualPro, MultiPro, and CarbPro. And that's why on the back of the instrument we took a lot of care in placing the AC power and analog outputs and inputs on the right and left side of the instrument. A couple other features here are that unlike the DualPro, MultiPro chassis, each one of these connectors is removable, and that's the AC connector. The other features of the instrument here are we also have now Ethernet connections, USB connections, and two 485 connections on the side here. The difference with this unit is it is powered by 24 volt DC, so power supply is required for it. And there's a guide on the side of the instrument here that tells you what the connections are. The front of it doesn't come out like the original instruments did. This is an IP65 rated faceplate here, and it comes with a gasket seal that would seal the face of the instrument to the panel. The mounting brackets are on the top and bottom now, so that you get more or a closely packed instrument group on a panel instead of having to give up space on this side or the right or left side of the instrument. The instrument is pretty flexible. It gives you more I/O than the original design. We have a digital DC event card here now with 16 events, and each one of these 4 blocks of AC events are completely isolated, so you can use different power sources on any one of these groups. Typical configuration for a batch would be the control outputs here, alarms here, and then other events like probe burn off on here, and then possible inputs are available as well. But each one of these events can be configured as an input or output. We just try to maintain some sort of basic configuration for, say, a batch configuration or batch furnace. The inputs, there's 4 channels for inputs, and those are universal and completely isolated per channel. So typically we would have a thermocouple for the sensor, millivolt sensor, furnace TC, and quench TC, for example. Outputs are on the top of the instrument on this card, and they're universal as well, 0 to 10 volts, 4 to 20, 0 to 5, and so on. The instrument is fully fused on all AC channels. These are the fuses here. And it also has an internal fuse for the power. As you can see, these are removable, so it's also possible to reconfigure this instrument a multiple of ways. For example, I could use all analog input cards on this instrument and basically turn it into a video recorder if I wanted to. Or if I have more 24 volt events than I use in DC, like a vacuum furnace application, then I can replace any of these AC cards with DC cards as well. On the front there's a USB port which allows you to download configurations into the instrument or upload log files or charts. It basically is a video recorder for anything running in the instrument at the time, recipes or in standby mode. So that's possible to collect that information without a SCADA system attached if that's the circumstances. So this is the new PT455 with enhanced I/O capabilities and basically a drop-in replacement for the legacy instruments built by Marathon monitors. Thank you.